Listen to Chaos. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the moment you've all been waiting for, coming to you live from Chaos Studios. Without any further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, here's Chaos!
Hey guys, the champ is here, Chaos, the YWC champion, reigning, defending, everlasting, whatever you want to call it. I'm the guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy with your wrestling news. Well, today I'm here with my Payback predictions. Time flies, especially since WrestleMania was, 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago? And it's already time for another pay-per-view. And on top of the fact, they're also having Extreme Rules in May, which is going to be interesting. They really didn't think about this one. They should have dropped the pay-per-view. So I'm about to go over the card on my KO phone real quick. Not to be confused with KO Mania. And I will give you my predictions based on what I've seen so far. And I also want to apologize to everybody who's looking forward to Raw reviews for the past 2 weeks. It's been really crazy, honestly. But we're going to get back on it. Me and my co-host Stefan are definitely going to be doing our reviews for you guys. So thanks for being patient with us. Now, the official match card. Let's go past the rumors. Nobody cares about rumors. What the heck is that? That looks retarded. Let's look at this one. Official match card. Let's start with the least important match. United States kickoff show match. Why are they doing this again? Why? You barely seen Kalisto and Ryback on WWE programming since WrestleMania when they had the pre-show. So what's the point of doing this again? What are they going to do? Have Ryback win this time and kick Kalisto to the side to be a tag team wrestler again? Which is not bad because the Lucha Dragons are very underutilized. Even with the King of Botching himself being on the team, they're very underutilized and they need to be used much better. Speaking of Latin wrestlers, I wonder what they're going to do with Primo and Epico since they dropped the Los Matadores gimmick that obviously wasn't going anywhere. But I wonder what they're going to do with that. I was actually hoping that Carlito would be a part of that little thing, but I guess they're just going to redo the Primo and Epico thing without Rosa Mendez and see how that goes. Maybe they'll give them a bit of a push because WWE was looking for some good Latin talent and good Latin wrestlers, so I guess they decided to repackage instead of going out their way or trying to continue negotiations with Lucha Underground. But I guess I'm going to predict that Ryback's going to take the win this time. Maybe they'll give him some sort of push because they're afraid that he's going to leave. Like he said in that interview where if he's not going to become a champion in WWE, maybe he should be a champion somewhere else. Let's see. Women's title match is most likely going to be in the middle of the card or the middle of the pay-per-view. But I'm going to talk about it now. Like I said, I'm doing it in a number of importance. Now, not to say women's wrestling is not important because it really is. If you don't believe me, look at some of the past NXT matches with Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Bayley. Hell, look at some of the women's matches now. They're actually pretty good still, too. But this is Charlotte versus Natalya with Ric Flair in Charlotte's corner and Bret Hart returning from his battle with cancer to be in Natalya's side. We all know who's going to win. Charlotte's going to win, even with Bret Hart being in Natalya's corner because they're just booking it with Ric Flair shenanigans. I'm not sure how exactly she's going to win. Maybe she'll win through disqualification or something, but she's leaving Payback with the title. There's not going to be a title change. I'm sorry. I wish it was, but based on the way WWE books their stuff, it's not going to be a title change. Let's see. The tag team tournament #1 contenders match. Enzo and Cass versus the Vaudevillains. Now, the Vaudevillains reportedly have not been really getting good reviews from the WWE universe since they've been on the main roster. But I'm gonna give them some credit because their gimmick is funny. It's great. It would niche perfectly in the main roster. They just need the right type of chance, the right type of push. But due to the popularity of Enzo and Cass, and due to the fact that the Dudley Boys haven't really said anything to them recently, I think Enzo and Cass are going to win this and they're going to face the New Day. Not sure if they're going to win the titles, but I'm pretty sure they're going to face the New Day. Unless they pull a swerve and let the Vaudevillains face the New Day, which they do deserve it as well. But due to popularity, I'm going to go with Enzo and Cass. Now, less important than that, but still somewhat important, and you know I'm going to talk about it because I got my Ambrose Asylum shirt, is Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose. Now, I don't know if the stipulation on this is the winner keeps their show or if it's just a regular fight because they were supposed to book this way back when and they didn't. But I think that Dean Ambrose is finally going to get a pay-per-view win for the first time and God knows when, because Jericho doesn't need a win. But if it's based on a stipulation of the winner keeps the show, then quite possibly Dean Ambrose might lose. Or he might win and then Jericho will disappear for a while and then come back and do his little show. And we're supposed to act stupid like we didn't realize that he lost rights to do his show. Also, is Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. That has the potential to be the match of the night. It really does. Every time these guys fight each other, their matches are phenomenal. 10 out of 5. That's all I can say. Also, after that, for the win, I'm going to say for that, Sami Zayn. I'm going to give Sami Zayn the win on this one. Unless they're going to book Kevin Owens to be like the top heel, and then he'll most likely beat Sami Zayn, and they'll do the whole Daniel Bryan thing with Sami Zayn where he loses, but he has that charisma and that never say die attitude, so eventually he'll win a big title or something like that. After that, it's Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler's going to lose. Ziggler's going to push. Ziggler's going to give the rub to Baron Corbin because Baron Corbin's new and they want to book him to be something phenomenal. I'm actually shocked that Apollo Crews isn't on the pay-per-view card, but maybe they're just holding out on that. They're going to have him do some more squash matches and he'll be on Extreme Rules. Maybe on a pre-show or something like that. Oh, another news, Titus O'Neil is back, which I kind of expected because they kept on putting him in different commercials and stuff and putting those out on pay-per-views. So congratulations to Titus for returning. Hopefully things work out. I don't know what they're going to do with you, but best of luck to you. Keep making that money. I would be petty and say like I don't really like him as a person, but he's a good dude. I tried to correspond with him a few times over social media and didn't really get any responses back, but that's a personal gripe. There's nothing against the man. He like I said, he was nominated Father of the Year or whatever it was with that. So good luck to him. Hopefully he gets a good push or something like that. Okay, I went over every match except for the Intercontinental title match, Miz versus Cesaro. I think Cesaro's gonna win. Hopefully. But due to the fact Maurice is in the Miz's corner, then maybe the Miz might win. But I'm hoping that Cesaro wins because then they could have like a big feud. If the champion beats the challenger, there's really no reason to go back to it. But if the challenger beats the champion, they could go back and forth repeatedly, and then that could go over like the span of another month or so, and they have the new champion win again. So I'm gonna go for Cesaro on this one. I'm not gonna put the title match last. I'm gonna put the Vince McMahon announcement last. But the WWE World Heavyweight title match, Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. This has been questioned. This has been very questionable due to the fact that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are beating the shit out of the Usos and Roman Reigns, supposedly to support AJ Styles. Now, I think this is my personal opinion. I think it'll be the Hulk Hogan NWO angle, where Hulk Hogan is the face and his two friends in NWO, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, which honestly these guys I feel like they channeled the spirit of fucking Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, Carl Anderson and Gallows. I think they might turn on AJ Styles just because, but not necessarily take Roman Reigns' side. And then it'll start like a big thing between them. And people were talking about that Finn Balor's going to come up, but I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm just saying from my own opinion. I think that Roman Reigns is going to win due to shenanigans and backstabbing from Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Oh, and by the way, the hashtag GB thing that was on the cloak of Luke Gallows stands for Good Brother, just so you know, because he was called the Good Brother in the Bullet Club back in New Japan. Now, lastly, Vince McMahon to announce who will control Raw. I don't think he's actually going to announce that. I think there's going to start a thing between Triple H and Shane, which is going to go to Extreme Rules, where they're going to fight for control of Raw. And that's going to usher in the brand split because Shane's going to win. That's my opinion. But we're going to see what happens. And we're reaching about the 9-minute mark or so on this, maybe 10-minute once I add in the intro. So I'm going to cut it short because I know you guys are busy and we all got busy schedules. I'm actually about to be heading out to Philly to do some networking stuff. But that's about it. And I'm trying to kill something. Well, anyway, that's about it. And this has been Xhaoz, your XWF champion of the world and YouTube. And I will see you guys Monday, or maybe I'll see you guys Sunday night, depending on if I actually get to watch Payback. There's a fly here. It's annoying. If I do get to watch Payback like immediately, then I will be seeing you guys after Payback for my live reactions and review. If not, then I will be seeing you guys Monday, and we're going to be trying to start up the shows, and then I'll be reporting live from WWE headquarters and all that. I'm going to try and bring that back. But like I said, I'm just trying to build up the channel. Thank you guys who supported me so far. We got 10 subscribers already. That may not seem like a lot to most people, but those who started YouTube from scratch, from the bottom, especially those who start up like more than one channel. This is my second channel. Those who have started up more than one channel with not really that much fan support to get 10 subscribers in the span of, 3 weeks? And have one of those subscribers be, and this is where my shameless partner promotion comes in, Devious Dave Rose. Make sure you subscribe to him. He was one of my first subscribers, and he knows his shit when it comes to wrestling, especially Lucha Underground. Make sure you subscribe to Joe Cronin. He is, along with JD from New York 206 and Justin Bailey at the Best There Is podcast, one of the founding members of Mount Rushmore for YouTube wrestling news and all types of wrestling news. Make sure you subscribe to him at Joe Cronin Show. Make sure you follow him on Twitter, Joe Cronin Show, as well as JD from New York 206. And it's the same for YouTube and Twitter for JD from New York 206. 206, not O, because some of you guys don't really understand that O usually means a 0. And also Justin Bailey. And make sure you subscribe to him at Justin Bailey IND. And also go on his make sure that you go on iTunes and give a rate to his podcast, The Best There Is podcast. Also, make sure that you follow Jake DeMarco, Joe Cronin's co-host, along with Justin Bailey, at Countdown Ended on Twitter. And that's about it. Make sure you subscribe to me as well at TypeWavy, TYPEWAVII, for some extra wrestling news that I share throughout the week. And I'm signing off. Watch my belt. It spins. Whee! I'm out of here.